This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me. Test. 1, 2, 3.
Test, it's you and me.
We're going to podcast.
Podcast, it's you and me. It's Sam and Nate of Royal We.
Oh, man, that just rolled right off the tongue.
Yeah, let's just get into it.
Let's just go.
All right. I'm Sam.
I'm Nate.
Welcome to another episode of the Royal We. Wait, I don't have my shit pulled up. Oh, I do. Let me move this over here. Oh, this is, you guys get to listen a little bit of peek behind the curtain. We're going to hear me click around. All right. If you guys are listening for the first time, what we normally do is we take headlines. Mm-hmm. We have conjecture-based conversations about them. We don't read the articles.
Nope.
We just guess.
Conjecture.
Because, headlines are kind of bullshit, man. They lead you down a path.
Yeah.
If your whole life is headlines, you don't know anything.
You've taken the greasy path.
Right. If you guys want to send us headlines to talk about, and you should, you guys can send us them at Royal WeCast on Twitter or royalwecast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
You guys can also send us a sound effect to get us between topics because sometimes we need a little bit of help. I want to thank Zach this week for this one. Thank you, Zach. Let's just get right into it. We've been kind of streamlined. No banter. Just get into the in and out.
Yep. Open the bucket and get into the chicken.
Okay. I'm going to start here. Here's one I found myself.
Okay.
Apple AI has been cataloging women's, how do you pronounce this word? Brassiere?
Yeah, brassiere.
Photos. Apple AI has just been cataloging tit pics. They let it go.
And that's just what it did.
And it started hoarding tits. Now, here's the angle I took with this.
Okay.
Well,
clearly it looked around and was like, okay, I'm alive now.
I like this.
And what's everybody else doing? Okay, this seems to be the thing to do. I'll just do that.
Do you think that's what it was? That other people were doing that, so it was like, that's what I got to do. That's the thing to do.
I think because if you suddenly came into existence, well, I'm not saying it's self-aware. I'd immediately assumed it was
Apple
self-aware.
AI, I imagam.
Yeah.
No, because that'd be bigger news.
Okay, so Skynet wakes up. And it immediately, let's say you're an AI,
I am, okay.
Suddenly you wake up. You were nothing, and now suddenly you're something. And you wake up and you look around, and there's other things that are doing things, and you're like, what am I? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
And you look around the internet, because if it's Google AI, then I'm guessing it's attached to the internet, right?
It's Apple AI.
Apple AI.
Sure.
Okay.
Whoa.
Take a step back.
You can just Google the tits if it was Google AI.
But if it looks around, it's going to see like, oh, there's a lot of that going on. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do.
You don't think they just gave it access to the internet?
I wouldn't think.
Here's the angle I took.
Okay.
Say you make an innocent AI, it doesn't know anything. And the first thing it does is just be pervy. I feel like that gives me free license to be pervy. Like, see, it's nature's way.
Nature's way for a robot brain we made.
But
that didn't form in a forest somewhere under a rock. We made that.
But if then, okay. And you're like, okay, scrap that one. Let me make another one. And it's pervy too.
So you keep making pervy.
And you're like, I guess.
It's got to be from user input then. It's got to be from creator input, right?
No, I'm saying that's the way of the land. We were intended to be pervy.
Everybody's just pervy.
That's why I have a collection of tits.
Like that robot?
I have 53.
An odd number.
I've never understood that. There are people who keep porn on their hard drive.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
I guess when the internet goes down and you're like,
you're caught between a rock and a hard place. You need some backup. I don't know.
Or keeps collections of I've never, this is a sad story, but I've never been given a nude photo before. But people who collect that.
Yeah.
That's but I don't understand why people are giving each other nude photos. Paper trail.
I always get rid of them and hopefully and assume the person on the other end has done the same.
That's what I mean.
There's a mutual agreement of okay, when this is over, the nude's got to go. Because there's there's a lot of weirdos.
When this is over, the nude's got to go.
Yeah.
But that's not, okay. It's like House says.
Like House?
Like House.
Okay. All the finger on the pulse of what's topical. This is what House says about hoarding pornography.
No, well, he just says everybody lies.
Okay.
And that's the fucking truth. There are people who still have your dick somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll do anything nefarious. That's why you got to keep good company, man. You can't fuck nefarious people. But nefarious people are out there, and sometimes you don't know they're nefarious. You've already given them a picture of your dick.
I guess the thing is, if you're willing to give one person a nude photo of yourself, you need to be mentally prepared for everyone to see that.
100%.
You've got to be like, okay, I'm giving this to you with the intent that you're the only person that's going to see this. But if this leaks into the world, I've got to make sure I'm okay with that.
That's why it can't be something too weird,
right,
like you putting mayonnaise on your anus or something.
Yeah, because that one's harder to come back from than like, oh, here's my penis.
Right. Well, you know there's that thing where like you're on like chat roulette or something, or some what that vid those webcam.
Yeah, I've never been able to spend any time on those things because they never let you have to carry on
right. But there's a scam where like a girl will be masturbating and then she'll convince you to do the same, and they'll record you with your dick out, and then they will do some sort of hacking or whatever, and they like find your Facebook profile or whatever, and they say that like unless you wire them X number of dollars right away, they're going to send it to everyone in your Facebook profile. Oh. But like the only move there is, do it. Fucking do it. Because wouldn't you understand if someone sent you a picture of my dick and then I immediately sent you a message like, hey, here's what happened. I laid it all out for you. You would get it.
Yeah, we had this conversation before. Remember when we had the lenders in China that were taking nude pictures of people as collateral for the loans?
Yes.
So they were taking nude photos. Yeah,
and the more attractive you were, the higher loan you could get.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yes.
It's insane. So they're taking nude photos of people and giving them money, and if you didn't pay them back, they release the photos on social media.
I don't care that much. My number is pretty low.
1850, hand it over. You would do stuff for an airplane ride. Throwback.
But my point is, man, my family, if they saw my dick, it's not the end of the world. If they saw me putting mayonnaise on my anus, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah.
But, I mean,
that was a conversation. Like, what if your mom saw that? It's like, well, it's my mom. Your mom's seen you naked.
I guess.
Not in recent years.
If they sent it to like my boss or the parents of all the kids I teach or something.
Yeah, that would be.
But even, I mean, they'll be less likely to understand of like, I was in China. I needed $18.
1850, Sam.
Don't sell yourself short,
yeah,
honey.
Don't sell you work for that extra 50. You deserve it.
Do you think that the S snap will come across on the audio?
I don't think so.
As you imagine it, okay? Nate's real sassy. No, you got to do it like this.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay. Well, the Apple AI started collecting tits.
Immediately went off the rails.
Just collecting tits.
Yeah.
Why does a computer want tits? Computers are like...
Well, they've been doing weird things. What was the last one they did?
They made its own language?
Yeah, just decided to make up its own language, and they were like, no, cancel, abort. They just keep making them, and they just, every time they do completely unpredictable, weird things.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
Yeah, you're making a brain in a box that's got to figure itself out.
Right?
Yeah. What was the one I was telling you about the other day that made the, I was playing that game.
Go.
Yeah, playing Go. And there's that human champion.
Yeah.
And then they pitted him against the computer, and the computer destroyed him. And he was like, this is insane. Well, then that's insane. So then they made another robot, and all they did is they created its
Our
mind.
idea of what this means is literally people in a lab like, I made a new robot. Yeah. Let's make it play Go.
I'm sure there's a lot that goes into it. We're simplifying it down. I equate this to the equivalent of a scientist making a sandwich. Just like, I made an AI this morning. It didn't work out, so I threw it away.
This one made its own language. I don't know what's going on, so I turned it off.
Yeah, just threw that one away. Make another one at lunch. Yeah, so they made another robot brain, and all they did was they created it, and they gave it the rules to the game, and it, in like 3 days, it had learned the equivalent of, what was it, like 10,000 human years or something.
I've lived a lifetime in this box, in this metal box.
It just took this information they gave it of like, here's the game, here are the rules, here are some strategies on how to do it, and the thing just started thinking.
Well, I mean, is okay, now take that. You've given it the input of Go. And then the point is it beat the shit out of another computer.
Right, it did. It beat it so bad and so it's exponential, how bad. But the whole point of it, because we're looking at it like, okay, yeah, why? Why is this a thing? Why are you making it to play games? But they're like, what we can do is down the road, you just make these
self-contained molecular structures.
Yeah, give it this like self-contained AI. There's something we're trying to figure out, like, how do we make an alloy that is light enough to do this, but is strong enough to do that, or whatever. And you just give it this question, and it just sits in the sink and thinks. So basically, it's just like a think tank.
Right. Yeah. And it can live 10,000 years in a month.
It can think, in a month it can...
But the thing is, okay, so you go in with an input that makes sense, like Go or alloys. But what if you give it a single tit?
Just one.
Here's a picture of a tit. The computer's like, it could be pervy on levels we don't even imagine yet.
It could be 10,000 years of human perversion in 3 days. Well, it's like that one that would take a picture. It would create a picture of your face based on references to...
Oh, that like Google Dream thing?
Yeah, the deep dream
puts like
or something.
Cats and shit everywhere and birds and...
It's whatever it's based... I can't remember what it was based on. Is it based on like your history, like thing? And it would take... Or it would make assumptions based on
just tits. Everything's made of tits.
There
You
could be
do
something
that.
like that, yeah.
You ever seen when they take like those like photos of like Yoda? When you zoom in, it's a bunch of pictures of Star Wars.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if you had a. I mean, this gotta exist.
That's what that thing would do to your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it would zoom in and it would be like weird, like be like
Right.
mountains.
This
or,
must exist. That people you can take an image and make it on a porn. Like when you look out, it's a picture of a nice family having a picnic. But when you zoom real close, it's like double penetration. And people put mayonnaise on their assholes. I don't know why that's like my thing.
You've got a recurring thing here. You need to work that out.
I gotta sit in my metal box and think for 10,000 years on that.
Gotta sit in the sink and think.
Sink thinking.
Sink thinking. We both looked at each other like that'd be a good name for this episode. And for some reason, he pointed at me and I tapped my wrist like I was tapping the time.
Yeah.
No one could see that, but it was funny.
Okay, here's another article I found myself.
Okay.
On the realm of perversion. Not really perversion, I suppose, but sex. It's sexy. The best sex positions for conceiving an employable child.
What?
Oh my god, that's such nonsense. It's insane. Because first of all, your sex position has no sway of anything.
And quadruply sit in the sink and think a million years so down there. I mean, okay, so we see your
You were conceived on a sex swing.
you were yeah, you're going down through all the things and it's like, well, your qualifications look,
Well, that'd be great if it was something really kinky what made you really employable. Like was that pile, like the drill? You know what I'm talking about? Like where she's like on the edge of the bed and she's like face down, torso against the floor, ass up, like straight up and down on the bed. Everyone imagine this. And you're like a pile driver, your dick's the drill, and you're standing.
You're like a pile driver.
The dick's the drill.
What is a pile driver?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
A pile driver is a wrestling move. It's not a piece of construction equipment.
I'm confused.
So
Wait,
we're gonna get this apartment complex up by next month. We need 4 pile drivers.
My dick's the drill. No, oil?
I like the way you were conceived, son. You're on board.
What's that move called? You know what I'm talking about?
Like a suplex?
No. Hold on, I'm gonna act it out.
No, I know what you're talking about.
No, you don't know.
I do.
Do you know?
Yeah, you go over the bed. You're going to hang over that way. You're going to put your butt up in the air.
Yeah,
and then,
butts in the air.
And then you're up on top.
Like this. Like this. She's like this.
Right? No one can see this.
And then you're straddled like this.
Right?
And you're like, ooh, yeah, my dick's the drill.
You have to say that, too.
Yeah. That's how that move works.
Yeah. That was really funny watching you act out both parts of that separately.
There was a bed. It was But that, I think, makes the most employable child. Because you see people say, like, if you do, like, reverse cowgirl, girl on top, that makes a boy or something. Or it's less likely to get pregnant because it drips out because of gravity or whatever.
Yeah, there's nothing to...
There's nothing. Nothing
And
to
nothing
any
to
of
do
that.
with them being employable. Because, I mean,
Do you think that's tongue-in-cheek? Do you think that there's
gotta be.
the best sex positions for conceiving an employable child?
I mean, how do they know?
Maybe-
You think
well,
your
no,
parents
wait,
would remember if
let me
you
think.
ask your parents, like, so what position were you guys doing, whatever? You think they'd be like, oh, I know exactly. They're like, I don't know.
They might. Maybe there's a couple classics.
The classics.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Let's really suss this out because maybe they're onto something. Because, for example, you are more likely to be called June if you were born in the month of June.
Right, but I think that's just people being uncreative.
Yes, but what I'm saying is the kind of people who will be good parents and get you the values and work ethic to be an employable child
Are creative enough to be spicing it up in the bedroom?
No, I'm saying maybe that they are more likely to stick to a certain sex move. Like they're probably not doing the pile driver drill move I'm talking about. They're probably sticking to like missionary.
I don't know about that.
Well, no, I don't know. I'm not. That's not my point. My point is there's got to be, because it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game.
Okay, I see where you're going.
There's stats. I bet you if you're this type of person who's gonna be this type of parent, you probably like this type of sex move. And then if it's a numbers game, if enough people do that, there's a pattern in all this. There's a pattern. I've seen it. The sex move, the kid could become a job. He's president of the United States. Which we go?
But how are you recording the sex moves? Or is that going to be on the next census or something? Favorite sex move.
That's true. I mean,
Sex move.
that's what I've never understood understood about like when someone says like the color blue makes people more depressed, or like, you know, like the color yellow and red are supposed to make people hungry. That's why McDonald's. But like honestly, if someone shows me, I guess they do MRI scans and they look at what parts of your brain light up.
Right.
But if you show me a color red and like, what does that make you feel? I'll be like, here, look, I'm gonna show you something. You tell me immediately what you feel. You ready?
Yeah. But I think there's so many associations.
What do you feel? What am I gonna show you?
What do I feel?
I'm gonna show you this. What do you feel?
Wary.
It's a picture. It's a pen of No Face from Spirited Away, and it made him feel weary.
Wary.
Oh, wary.
Wary.
Oh, I didn't mean you weary.
No, I'm not. That make me weary.
I'm real weary.
I felt so weary.
Okay, but you see, I think maybe there is something to that in like a everything is math, everything is numbers and chemicals way.
I see. Yeah, because I see where you're getting at. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could go either way. There's no concrete, because just as soon as you say like, there's really straight laced. You know, being like we're raise our kids this way with blah, 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 this way this, so they're really straight laced, and then it's boring.
Obviously, no one is 100% to that.
Right.
But if it's a numbers game, I mean, there are certain patterns.
Right. But I think there'd have to be the same amount of patterns on the other side, where people are putting out great kids who are super creative and employable, and they're mixing it up all the time.
And they're fucking in ways that people don't even know.
Yeah, they're pile driving, backhoeing, or whatever.
I mean, she's on top in this situation.
Pile driving him?
Well, his ass is in the air.
And her dick up. Her dick's the drill.
Her dick is, my dick's the drill.
Yes, ma'am.
My dick's the drill. Say it.
Make me a employable kid. Make me an employable kid. Imagine if you heard something about that going on in the next door, and like a thinly walled apartment.
Make me an employable
people
kid.
Just going at it. Make me an employable kid with no thing, because you'd be like, what the hell? What do you mean? Is someone banging a kid over there that's trying to get a job? Like, what's happening? You're like, what? Listen, I go. Yeah, anonymous tip. You might want to check out apartment B3.
Here's another one that I found myself. Here's a bunch of things I found myself.
Okay.
Farmers urged to bury their underpants to improve quality of their beef. What does that mean?
What?
Farmers urged, so someone has the facts, and they're like, farmers, please listen.
Yeah, farmers.
To bury their underpants.
Okay.
Bury them.
Okay, if to this point, that sounds insane, but I was thinking like, okay.
Here's what I'm thinking. It's weird it's underpants. Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe if you bury your underwear in the ground, it's got to be used, soiled.
I mean, how dirty are
farmers?
But do they have exponentially dirtier underpants to the point it's going to improve beef quality?
Sweaty, I bet you they're sweating. When they dig it in the ground, and then grass grows. And
the cows eat it, right. That's what I was thinking if we're growing vegetables, like fertilizer.
But there's got to be a better way than just like, you take your underwear and bury it in the ground, and the cows eat that grass.
Okay, Grandpa. Yeah, it's like, what?
No way, he's on to something. Science has proven it.
Yeah, you'd be going through underwear. It seems like that's not the best investment.
Right.
You'd be going out and buying dozens of packs of Fruit of the Looms, so every day you can just
just have a bunch of people in the lab sweating.
They make fertilizer. They make.
But if there's something in humans, there's something in humans that the grass needs that makes better beef. What I'm saying is, there's better ways to do it. Go to a fucking Planet Fitness with a sponge.
Yeah.
That's someone's job.
It's somebody's job, yeah.
No, well, maybe not exactly what I said, but...
Right. They're not going out and burying it in the yards. And cows can eat it.
There's cows.
But just like I said, once again, it's the headline. Like, what? The way that's worded, it's got to be something more logical.
Because, I mean, it's got to be something where it's... Because if you bury something in the ground, that makes me think it's something's going to grow.
Right. It's going to like compost.
Right.
Right. Because you throw shit... Yeah, that's a common... It's
going to improve the quality of the beef.
Of the beef if you bury your underwear. Yeah, I don't even know what...
Not your underwear. Are you a farmer, son? It's got to be farmer underwear.
Oh, yeah, farmer underwear.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work if you're a teacher or a policeman or a baker.
You've got to be a farmer.
The cows will know.
Yeah. What is this, baker grass? Am I eating baker's underwear?
The cows eat the underwear?
I don't know. Like I said, it seems like there's got to be a better way. Whatever they're doing, there's a better way. The Nate guarantee... There's got to be a better way.
That's like when they found out that there's ways to use horseshoe crab blood to do something.
Oh yeah, they're still doing that's one of the big farming things for horseshoe crabs.
They grab a bunch of horseshoe crabs and then they don't it doesn't hurt the crab. Mm-hmm. They take some of its blood and they put it back in and they collect more and they take his blood.
And then
what I'm saying is like
the Asian people on the eastern coast of the United States recatch them and eat them.
So then there's a whole an industry comes up okay.
It's true.
Sure. But my point is they figured out something that works. Like, okay, horseshoe crab blood is good. So we make an industry. There's like, we catch them. Right. We use Henry Ford's system of
Catching horseshoe crab blood?
No. Henry Ford
was a hell of he was way ahead of his time.
No. Not automation.
The assembly line.
I do a piece. Oh, assembly line.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck's Henry Ford have to do with horseshoe crab blood research?
If I hadn't forgotten what I was talking about while I was saying it, that would have made sense.
Assembly line.
The Sam Mark story. What was I talking about?
Something about assembly line. I think you get an idea of you get a thing.
Okay, so they have a thing, an industry comes, and they make it work.
Right.
Okay, so now they're like,
how do you get it on the ground floor of the fucking farmer underwear?
So someone's figuring out. Someone's figured out that if the farmer, there's something in like if he does an honest day's work and out in the sun,
the cows know through his underwear. Through the grass.
But the biomes, I mean, there's signs. Like it's like when we were talking about the best sex positions for conceiving an employable child.
Right.
The headline is nonsense, which is kind of our show.
Right.
But I think it's probably aggrandized.
Well, it's either
nonsense.
It's either it's somebody saying something and just like and just talking out of their ass, or there is something behind it, and that the headline is manipulated in a way to make us sit here and talk about it and want to flip the coin and see what they're talking about.
No, my vote right now is on sex positions.
You think mine is all the way underwear, cowboy underwear? What was it? We were still talking about it. Farmer.
I'm thinking about cowboy underwear now.
Cowboy underwear. Hey, they've got to be as good as farmers.
Nah.
Ranch hands.
Ranching.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Well, we'll get to the end. We'll see. Here's another one that I found myself. Court rules request for lawyer dog. Too ambiguous.
So I'm a lawyer?
So someone, either the defendant or the
wanted their
plaintiff,
the dog to be the lawyer?
The court rules, someone requested a lawyer dog, but that was too ambiguous. What kind of breed are we talking about? How many years did he go to lawyer school?
How many seasons did this sitcom run? Lawyer dog.
There's no rule in the law books that say a dog can't lawyer.
Oh, God. If you imagine the meeting with it, well, so what do you think, lawyer dog? You think you can get me off on this charge? Well, it looks pretty rough. But...
You beat me. That's exactly what I was going to do. I was thinking the angle I was trying to take is what are they going to make him swear on?
Like a bone? Like a
I was thinking like
big
the
milk bone?
Purina was where my head was, but I don't even know what I was talking about. Workshop.
Come on. I'm pretty sure I can get you out of this, but you got to throw me a bone here.
Lawyer dog.
I'm lawyer dog.
That is such a stupid idea.
It would probably work.
I would watch that show.
I would watch Lawyer Dog. I gotta get caught up on Lawyer Dog. Forget watching Westworld. I gotta watch Lawyer Dog.
I like the idea the dog can't talk. The dog doesn't understand the law. He's just a dog.
And when they cut to him, he just is sitting there panting like, good point, Lawyer Dog.
That's like one of those like super high concept SNL sketches.
Good boy, lawyer.
What could they want? What? Oh, maybe. Okay.
You think it's a crazy person?
But no. Maybe. Now again, here I am, the voice of reason in this episode.
If you want to point, you can have a appointed lawyer, a public defender. If you can't afford a lawyer, well, I don't know. I want a lawyer dog.
No, I don't think it's what it is. I think something happened where a dog would be able to tell guilt or not. Like something smelly happened.
Something smelly happened.
Do you know what I mean? Like a dog, like, come here, boy.
Somebody stole old Farmer Bob's underwear that he was going to plant, and now they got to... But that doesn't seem like that would be the lawyer's job.
Or it'd be something like the defendant and the
regular police dog.
What's the opposite of defendant? Plaintiff?
Yeah.
Okay, the defendant and the plaintiff stand at opposite ends of the courtroom, and they both yell the dog's name.
And whichever one the dog comes to is the winner. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Come here, Sparkles.
Oh, come here, look. Look, you can sleep on the bed. You can sleep on the bed.
Oh. And then the jury realizes you rubbed Whoppers on yourself. You rub like ground beef in your...
I moved for a mistrial. He smells like Whoppers.
Everyone in the dog loved that.
I smell like beef.
But it's too ambiguous. So, I mean, like, it's got to be a situation where they... I mean,
it's lawyer dog. Man wants a lawyer dog. I mean...
I like the way you say lawyer.
Lawyer?
I like the way you say that. Here's one that I know you're going to enjoy.
Make me a lawyer boy, baby.
The best sex positions for lawyer dogs.
Wait, does he want a lawyer baby?
What is...
Do you want a baby that's going to grow up to be a lawyer? Or do you want me to make you a lawyer, baby? You want a lawyer baby or lawyer comma baby?
I've always thought it would be really funny if
So
if sex
stupid.
positions had like really specific granularity. Like there's doggy style, right? But it's not different if like you're like up on the bed with your feet above her legs.
I think you need to demonstrate again.
You want me to demonstrate?
No, I was joking.
I'll act it out.
I'll act out all the sex moves.
That's our highest rated episode yet.
That'd be a funny book. Just pictures of you doing the individual move.
Photoshopped together?
No, that would be funny, but this would just be, because it would be like, what? So this is, you got to like match the pictures up?
Oh, I'm the girl here. To see the man, flip to this page.
Yeah. Choose your own adventure, sex adventure. And somebody tore page 48 out of my book.
And if you make that, you have to be fully prepared for your parents to find it.
What? Oh, the book. It's not been that long since we said that. My brain goes real quick. Huh? What? That was like 100 years ago.
Here's one that I know you're going to enjoy. This is kind of got
Finally.
you written. Oh, man, I've been waiting. Jean-Claude Van Damme
Already like it.
and the Green Power Ranger throw down after decades-long beef.
What?
Apparently, decades. I mean, the Green Power Ranger, apparently they've had a beef for decades.
What?
Jean-Claude Van Damme and the Green Power Ranger, who's nowhere near the level of Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No. Why is a Green Power Ranger talking shit or vice versa?
I can understand why I heard Jean-Claude Van Damme talking shit about Steven Seagal the other day, saying he's too fat, can't move. And Jean-Claude Van Damme's pretty much in the same fucking shape he's been his whole life.
Yeah.
He's older, but like...
He's older, but he's still...
He could murder us both.
Yeah.
Shut Steven Seagal...
He was in that other Expendables movie just a few years ago.
Yeah.
Doing crazy
The villain,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, and he's like in his, he's almost 60? Or he is 60?
Do you think that you and I could kill Steven Seagal with our bare hands? He has no weapons. We have no weapons. We have piss and vinegar. We're young men.
If we have... do we also have element of surprise? Seagal!
Let's say yes. So we have element of surprise. Now I'm going to say we can't kill Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No.
Well,
Van Damme will get us.
I feel like we could kill Steven Seagal without weapons. Element of
Hey,
surprise.
Seagal. Beef.
Decades long. Let that marinate in the ground from somewhere.
I don't know. We had this conversation one time years ago, me and some friends. We were talking about, it was like 5 of us versus Mike Tyson.
In his prime or now?
That's all this came up. It was in an alley, and we just bum rushed Mike Tyson.
Surprise. So yeah, surprise.
Yes.
Here we come.
The consensus we came to is we may be able to beat him, but whoever's in front is getting murdered.
Just one fucking haymaker.
Because someone's going to take one for the team, because we're all going, but he's going to land one devastating punch on one of our sorry asses, and whoever that is having the worst time. So they're
I bet
going
you that
down.
fucker could punch so hard still.
Yeah. I bet just the rage inside of him still. I mean, does he still have his pigeon collection?
He's in a cartoon.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I
He
mean,
solves mysteries.
oh, I have seen that.
Like Scooby-Doo.
That's just his voice, though.
Oh, we were supposed to do the whole spooktacular as Shaggy and Scooby.
Oh, last week?
Fuck.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
We forget from week to
No
week.
one keeps us honest.
Yeah.
I don't. Do you?
No.
I ain't. Twain.
Twaint.
Thank you, Ants. Fans. Okay, here's another one. I found myself. Garfield creator Jim Davis denies that John drinks dog semen in a 1990 comic strip. What is going on with Garfield? Garfield has become...
See, I'm out on this one because I've read all about this.
Tell me, lay it on for me. I don't know anything about it. I'm out. I'm out.
I'm out.
I know too much.
I knew too much. I'm out. I can't have plausible deniability.
This is hundreds of episodes in, and that's the first time you said that. Of like, I know too much about this.
I know too much about.
And it's about the John. Oh, I've read about John drinking dog semen.
I read about that, and I'm out.
Explain.
Well, I'm trying to remember the exact comic strip now. John has Garfield at the vet
Okay.
with Odie, and she says something, and he grabs this cup on the thing there and chugs it.
Okay.
The vet, she says, well, congratulations. Now you're going to be the proud father of a...
Litter of puppies?
Yeah, something like along those lines. I don't remember the exact... We could probably look it up.
Well, we could.
And...
We can look any of this up.
Right.
We can look it all up.
We could look it all up. We could just go home. people were saying the way that was implied, which it is, if you just look at it.
Drink Starks even. I mean, I'm with you. The way
yeah.
the thing you've painted.
But to hear him explain it, it makes sense. But you have to be, it's like when we talked about the...
Oh, he explains that that's not what was happening? Oh,
Yeah.
he says he denies it.
Yeah, he's
what is
like-
he saying? What else could that be?
It makes sense when he explains it, because he grew up on a farm. So he's got a lot of inside farm knowledge. Well, there was a
What?
yeah, he's like a farmer.
No, but I mean, like, what kind of inside dog knowledge?
Well, they used to give
Farm knowledge.
They used to give cows some sort of drink, some kind of like thing that helps that increases their fertility.
Oh.
So they would give them that, but it's just like it's nothing gross. It's just like a yogurt, something that.
Oh, that's what he drank?
Yeah, and they had that there, and it was implied that that's what was setting there, and he drank it, so she said that. But it's so out of context that it
No
just
one
appeared.
knows that.
Right. It's like when we're talking about the Gary Larson, the Far Side stuff, where he would write these
Oh, yeah.
crazy, his
Real
best friend-
inside knowledge.
Yeah, like his best friend was an entomologist, and they would go hunt bugs together
Right.
in like South America.
Right.
And he would learn all this stuff about insects, and then he would make some really inside joke and write a comic about it and submit it to go in the Sunday paper. And it only made sense to him or someone who knew specific details about praying mantis or something. And his editor would be like, "No one understands this. Like,
No one
you
knows
can't-
what you're talking
No one
about,
knows
man."
what you're talking about." Like, and he's like, "Yeah, it's funny because their back legs move together and create this certain vibration, so that's why the other praying mantis is saying this because they're not on the same." And it's like, "You're not making any sense." But yeah, it's something along those lines that it made sense to him. To the world at large, it just appears like, because it does. It looks just like
Right.
gold.
Right, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I just realized that dog lawyer thing, John, friend of the show, sent us that, but his headline's different. And it
Okay.
gives us a little bit more of a peek behind the curtain. The suspect told police, "Give me a lawyer, dog." The court says he wasn't asking for a lawyer. Do you think he was saying, "Give me a lawyer, dog"?
Give me yeah, that's exactly what it was. He was using
Give me a lawyer,
yeah,
dog.
Yeah, give me a lawyer, dog.
You're the man now, dog.
Exactly. That's what. Yeah. So that headline. Oh, come on. That other one had me think. We went off on a whole thing about law. We created a TV sitcom.
That's so much funnier. That's so much funnier. The court says he wasn't asking for a lawyer. What is the court saying then?
So the whitest person
He's
ever.
being too ambiguous.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah. They know what's. How can you be that out of touch?
Oh my god. They're not. They're just being obtuse. They're just being fucking.
exactly.
Well, okay, here's another one that John sent me, because I remember we actually do have some fancy minute ones. Saudi Arabia bestows citizenship on a robot named Sophia. Now, the thing about this is women don't have rights in Saudi Arabia, but this robot does.
Right.
Fuck you, ladies!
Yeah, that's like a double down. The fuck you.
Why? Why?
We'll make this robot woman. You think they're doing it as like a tester? Let's see if this works out.
Oh shit! Oh my god! How offensive would that be? Well, we made a robot facsimile of a woman, and it fucked up a bunch of stuff. It just hoarded pictures of tits. What the hell was it doing?
Yeah.
So no, you can't drive.
Sorry. Yeah. Can't drive still.
Make me more hummus.
No, I mean, they're asking for it. If you're not going to let a woman drive and show her face in public, fuck off.
I agree.
Build the tallest building in the world. Women can't drive to it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like how backwards.
One thing just got back from, well, she wasn't in Saudi Arabia, but she was in the Middle East. I didn't ask her about if she faced anything like that. She did tell me that this is this bullshit. She rented a car and then she got out of it to go do something and she left the lights on and the battery died. We've all been there.
Yep.
Cops came and charged her 40 USD for a jump.
What?
I was like, why didn't they just jump you? It doesn't hurt their car.
No.
It doesn't do, like, serve and protect.
Not there. There. It's.
Give me 40 USD for a jump. Fuck you.
Their slogan is protect and surcharge.
I was very surprised by that. I was honestly surprised.
I was surprised.
I mean, that wasn't Saudi Arabia. I don't know where the fuck she was.
Maybe it cost that much money to drive out to where she was or something. I don't know.
No. They drove by. Like, she didn't call them.
Oh, there she just. Oh, okay.
She, like, flagged them down, and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll help you. $40, please.
That sounds like
To
she
be
got
honest,
scammed.
let me just say something. I don't have all the facts. Before...
And also, everywhere isn't America. So we can't just be like, well, that's crazy.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah. Like, that's just, no, that's the way it is here
I
for a
constantly
reason.
face that of, like, because we don't live in America.
Yeah.
Of, like, not everywhere's America, you chuckle fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, because I do that too. I'll be like, why is this like this? I'm like, oh, because this is different.
We live in a different place.
Just go with it.
Let's play the card to get out of here, man.
All right.
All right. Honestly, I'm thinking about...
Honestly,
I'm thinking... We know about lawyer dog.
Yeah,
I think
lawyer-
best sex positions. I like that one.
We're gonna have to flip the coin again, man, because I'm wanting to know about the farmers burying their underwear to make cows taste better.
No, I'm good with that. I'm not going to flip the coin.
Okay.
And I don't know how to flip a coin. So as evidence last episode.
Yeah, you flipped it right at my face. You flipped it with you knew, I still stand by that. You knew when you flipped it, you had no intentions of catching it. You just flipped it as hard as you could. It's like when you play volleyball in like high school gym and the volleyball comes to you or it's your turn to serve and you don't do it to like try and make a point or set up a point. You just knock the balls off of it. You just boom. And it like bounces off the rafters and you're like, woo. They're like, you're an idiot.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
With that coin. Let's play card. Yeah.
Right.
I think we need a new card sound effect. Like
You
I
don't-
like that
you
one.
don't like the one that I found. That
Just
random-
goes. Let's make a goat noise. Remember those goats? I love you. I know you love those sounds. Like a goat going. Can
or
we
that or a scream. We'll try different stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
I do, but you're. Let's play the card.
Yeah. New sound. Right there it was.
Okay, farmers urged to bury their underpants. Oh, shut up. We notice you've been ad blocking. Hey, you're fucking right, I have been. Farmers urged to bury their underpants to improve the quality of their beef.
Look at that beef looking.
Burying a pair of underpants in a field may not seem the obvious starting point for the perfect roast, but farmers are being urged to dig deep for tastier meat.
Oh, man.
Here's something I'm about to fuck up. The Agriculture and Horticulture Development Board, crushed it.
Niced it.
And Quality Meat Scotland.
I said niced it. You niced it.
Claim entering a pair of cotton smalls in a pasture. They claim that entering a pair of cotton smalls.
Pardon me. Do you have any size large cotton smalls by any chance, would you?
Oh, Scotland, not Ireland.
Oh, sorry.
you just changed your face and made the same points. That's all it is. According to experts, sterile and lifeless soil will keep underwear intact, but organically thriving soil will eat away the briefs.
Okay, so you bury them to see if your soil is fertile.
There's gotta be a better way.
There's not a stick with a chemical on it that lights up.
Why do that? Buy a pair of cotton smalls.
Get you a pair of cotton smalls. Sounds like an old cowboy from the
Because cotton's an
1800s.
organic material and it breaks down naturally.
Yeah, so if you have barren, unfertile soil, your cotton smalls will remain there. You dig them up. I bet you dig them back up in like what, a month?
If the soil is really healthy, there won't be anything there. Just the elastic band. All right.
Okay.
I want to thank Kishi Bosch for letting us use the song intro/pathos off his album 151A.
Yep. Thank you.
I want to
Bosch.
thank John for the headlines he gave us. Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
Thank Zach for this sound effect. If you guys want to send us headlines,
And you should.
or sound effects,
Yeah.
you could.
Yeah, and even you don't. I had somebody ask and say, I would send you guys sound effects, but I don't know how to like cut them out or edit
Just
them
say-
out.
yeah, just send us
if
the-
you see something funny, send us the link to it.
We
and
can
win it
do
in.
it.
Yeah,
We can do it.
yeah, we can do it.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what people were doing when they were sending me like whole movies and shit.
They may be like,
But they didn't tell me what to clip. They just
Yeah.
sent me a movie.
Here's this is a funny movie. Take something funny out of it.
You do it. Fuck you. Well, if you want to do that, just tell us what you want us to clip. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you. We'll do it.
Okay.
Anyway, you can send it to us at Royal WeCast on Twitter or royalwecast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I also want to thank our Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much.
We actually have content about to come back out.
Yeah. We have stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. Patreon. Guys, get on that. It's patreon.com/TheRoyalWe. If you guys give us $5, you get bonus content. Bonus. It's 20 minutes of us saying that. It's this show, but we don't try to rein ourselves in. Like we try to keep to the task at hand with this episode, but the bonus stuff we just kind of
We can talk. It's whatever.
it's a lot of me acting out sex moves in
lot
the
of sex
background.
And me holding up cards with number ratings on them, like the Olympics, that no one can. It's just silence.
Again, it's patreon.com/TheRoyalWe. I'm sure you guys are intrigued in that.
I think that's it.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, Cotton Smalls.
Why do you guys keep calling me Cotton Smalls? Because you're real dirty.
Because you're fuzzy and you're short. Pile driver's a wrestling move. It's not a piece of construction equipment.
I'm confused.